in the book, he talks about several challenges he sets up for his readers, and I'm going to go through and kind of read those just because it's something that everybody should think about and probably consider. I know that when I read the book, I have not started any of these challenges, but it's stuff I'm definitely going to try to mitigate, or not mitigate, but kind of weave into my own life and the structure on how I think of things. But in the book, he talks about dealing with his own dirty laundries and struggling with his abusive father and all that stuff, and realizing that he didn't wanted people to realize that he didn't have an easy childhood, and that he had to overcome his own struggles, and that anybody can do that. And his first challenge, he basically tells everybody to grab a journal and write down everything that was basically the bad cards dealt in your life, and all the bullshit you dealt with, all the just anything you dealt with growing up. Write down all the details, and present day factors that are limiting your growth and success, to make sure you're honest with yourself and understand that everyone has setbacks, and you got to know where you came from, and that you've overcame those things, and they are in the past, and everybody deals with something. So writing that stuff down is basically to submit that in your mind, that this is stuff you dealt with. This is stuff that has probably put you behind the pack compared to other people, but that doesn't matter. Challenge number 2, he talks about when he was dealing with his financial and racial issues after dealing with his abusive father when he moved away. And the next thing he made for a challenge was his what's called his accountability mirror, where basically he wanted people that read the book, and this challenge, he wants people to put post-its on a mirror and write down your insecurities, your dreams, your goals, and all these different things, to be self-aware and to be able to hold yourself accountable and to achieve your self-improvement. Every time you reach a goal, you're supposed to remove a post-it from the mirror, and you're supposed to put all these things on your mirror, so it's something you see every day, and you look at yourself and you ask yourself, am I working towards these goals? Have I hit any of these goals? What do I need to do to get there? What are the insecurities? What's stopping me from reaching that next level? And it's a great way to like it says, to keep yourself accountable and to kind of keep up and keep working. For challenge 3, he talks about his own medical struggles and tells a story about being diagnosed with sickle cell and his blood disease, and dealing with the military training. And so his third challenge was to help people develop a calloused mind. And the way he did that was by stepping out of your comfort zone, and it basically is his can't hurt me mindset. And he basically tells you to get into your journal again and write down the things that you don't like to do and things that make you uncomfortable, and then start to take tiny steps towards doing these things. And he had recommend doing something that sucks every day, even if it's something as small as making your bed, and over time kick it up a notch. And it's just like I was saying before, it's all about doing the little things to slowly make yourself uncomfortable, step out of those comfort zones, and to make yourself more adapt to discomfort and struggle. Challenge 4, he talks about the lessons he was able to get from his military training and the SEALs and all this. And his 4th challenge is called Taking Souls. And the way he puts it is he wants you to think about a competitive challenge that you're in right now, such as something to deal with school, work, physical things, sports, anything along those lines, and to identify your opponent, which may be a teacher or a boss, and to work harder than ever before and dominate. Basically, make them watch you achieve what they never could have done themselves. So with how he words it, it's his whole thing is he thinks that you should find the thing you really want to push yourself to, and someone that thinks that they're better than you, and basically take their soul. And in that, he means push yourself harder to prove that you are better than whoever it is you're trying to basically overcome. and to basically use that as your own motivation to basically, in a way, say fuck you to whoever it is, and that I am better at this than whoever it is, your teacher. You're basically proving people wrong, and that is a very great motivator for a lot of things in life, is basically proving someone wrong that assumes things of you. And I know I've personally been there, and it's something you gotta find and work towards, and it's finding that fuel to keep going. And then as for challenge 5, he talks about the importance of his callous mind and how to get through tough moments and challenges in his life. He talks about his visualization tools. So David Goggins says that you should practice this. Visualization is your own personal successes you hope to achieve, as well as the challenge you may face as you get there. And it's supposed to help you be prepared as possible as you can, to help you develop a can't hurt me attitude. So basically to visualize the challenges and the goals, and to look in the future to see, like, if these are the goals that I have in mind, if I want to lose this amount of weight, or if I want to open this business, if I want to get these grades, what is in my way to achieving that, and to basically break it down before you get to it. So in your mind, you know what's coming, and you can basically preemptively be prepared for the challenges you're about to face, so it doesn't hit you hard because you knew it was going to happen. Now, as for challenge 6, David states that pain is a reward for him, and that's one reason why the Navy SEALs instructors did not like him, because at one point they realized he enjoyed the challenge and the pain. And so he talks about when he does need motivation to keep going, he has his metaphorical cookie jar. And so when he needs motivations, he takes a cookie out of the jar. And so to create your own cookie jar, he tells you to yet again get a journal and write down what accomplishments you have achieved, what obstacles you were able to overcome. And so that next time you set an ambitious goal and go for them, and you need help to push yourself, you reach into that cookie jar whenever you need it, and see and look back at what you have achieved to basically motivate you to keep going, to be like, even though this is a challenge and I'm going to struggle with it, I've been able to do this. I've been able to lose this weight. I've been able to diet. I've been able to stick to this, and to look at what you've already overcome as fuel to keep going and keep pushing. Challenge 7, he talks about the concept of a governor, like in a car, and it's the part of your brain that holds you back from reaching your full potential. And he talks about it being his 40% rule, and that most people are operating at 40% of what they're actually capable of. So in this challenge, in the summary, he talks about removing the governor from your mind and to push back past your normal stopping point, gradually ramping it up more and more, remembering that life is just a mind game and that you can withstand pain, and this will help you achieve things that you might currently believe to be impossible. Now for challenge 8, he discusses a concept that he learned, that everyone is just a human being. Even Navy SEALs and celebrities, everyone is more normal than you expect them to be. And Goggins, being Goggins, he wanted to push beyond normal and accomplish amazing things. And so he talks about how that to accomplish amazing things yourself, he recommends the tool of scheduling, and how that this challenge is about taking 3 weeks, and in the first week you write down your current schedule, everything you do, extremely detailed with timestamps, and he gives you a baseline, and in 2 weeks create a new optimal schedule with everything fitting into 15 and 30 minute blocks. And it's okay if a task requires multiple time blocks, use timestamps again, and by the 3rd week you should know exactly what works best and how to optimize your time for maximum effort. So challenge 9, he talks about how he deserves to go above and beyond even after he completed his own goals, and that he urges that there's always new goals to have and achievements to be made. So he doesn't want anybody to necessarily stop. So on the 9th challenge, he he talks about to stay in consistent pursuit and to put out an unending effort in order to become a true overachiever. This means that you should constantly put obstacles in front of you in order to become the best of the best of the best. And that if you don't have a goal to work towards, you're losing your full potential. And if you reach a goal, to set another one. And then as for challenge 10, last but not least, in this section of the book, Goggins admits that he failed at first when he attempted to break the Guinness World Records for the most pull-ups, which I talked about earlier. And he didn't let that stop them, and he pushed harder to try to beat the record once and for all. So in this challenge is to think about your failures, and he tells you to get your journal out again and write down the good things that came out of your failures. And he talks about how he did this in the military, and I think, I can't remember what they are. I think they're after action reports. Yes, that's the thing, AARs. And how you should take your failures, write down how you handled them, and then go through and make a list of the things that you need to fix and schedule attempts to meet these goals. Write them in post-it notes, put them on your accountability mirror, use them to learn in your previous challenges and help to meet these goals. And then go out there and keep that mentality and just keep pushing yourself.